Hello friends, welcome back. Big Dano plays Kingdom Death. It's the Gambler's Chess expansion and we are on Lantern Year 8 and we're about to face off in a special showdown against the Lion Knight. It's been quite an extended time since I've fought this guy and I don't really remember too much about it other than I didn't enjoy it that much last time. So I'm hoping that is a different experience this time, what with the new additional things and so forth that we have. So as you can see, we do start with this event, which is called Places, Places everyone. And we roll a dice. We roll a 5. So I have already departed and done our arrival bonuses. So the person with the most insanity gains immortal and 1 permanent evasion, 1 loss of a permanent evasion. So our fist and tooth person is about to lose it. Unfortunate. And then we move on to this. So let's have a look, shall we? Special rules. Survivors begin the showdown with a roll card. Ensure that a survivor has the villain roll. So there's only 4 rolls. Cannot spend survival or run away. If you die, the showdown is over. The survivors are defeated. Alright, we'll nip over here. The ruler, the fool, don't you do this, the damsel, and of course the person, well I suppose she's got immortal, so that's pretty good. Okay, so let's nip through and see. Need to get a roll for that guy. Wonder if you dealt the villain to the... Wonder if you could give the villain card to the scout and then just get him to walk off the stage. That's pretty good. Okay, we have Zeal and Outburst. We have the 4 rolls. Terrain and Deployment, level 1. The Nemesis, the Knight, is placed in the middle. We don't have any of these stages or anything in this fight, unfortunately. There is no spot for our scout, so we're just going to put the scout adjacent. We have no additional terrain. There he is, the Lion Knight. La 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 la. Yep, literally no terrain. And we go first. We are defending our home. So, is it 1, 2? It is. Okay, so we want everyone to get a crack. Our scout will go here. Okay, so that's done. Nemesis in the center of the board, so we just need to build the deck. So we have 10 of these cards. His movement 7, toughness 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10. Perfect. And just 2 of these. 1, 2. 1, 2. We will shuffle the hit location deck. Done. And that is it. Okay, so let's look at these roll cards. And then we'll go through and make sure everything is all sorted. So the ruler has -2 movement, and that is on top. So he has -2 movement. Just going to do that now and see if I remember. Sleepless, Guardian, Fingernail Door, Dreamless and Immortal. Leprosy. Great. Okay. The Fool. Add +2 to injury rolls. That is awful. Performs Outburst. Cool. When you gain this, reduce your waste armor points to 0. That's awful. Damsel, you are not a threat. You cannot gain the priority target token. So that's good. And we don't have surge, so we're not going to surge to attack. Okay, so we are going first. I think we're good to go. We're not going to get any benefit from using Grimjaw. I don't see any value in trying to do anything tricky with the scout. 1, 2, 3. Hide in the stone face. And that's done. Okay, so now let's go with our Qatar specialist. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into the rear. And he will swing with Blood Paint to gain a block on the shield, which I've placed there. And the Beast Knuckle hitting on a 6+ goes to 5+ in the rear. And Jonas has +1 accuracy, so 4+. A 6 and an 8. All your weapons gain paired when you make a paired attack. We do not make a paired attack. So we get a death blow location and the trap. All survivors are doomed. Each player passes their roll cards as they would perform the basic action. Oh, okay. Fool, villain. Okay, so in that case, Jonas is now the villain. Not really good for us. Top does not have -2 to his movement anymore. Instead, that is Colette. Top is going to lose all armor at his waist location. And that is it. So now the basic action is triggered. I love having the trap whipped out in the first 2 seconds of a showdown. That is always good. You'll love to see it. The villain. 4 speed, hitting on a 2+. Jonas has 2 evasion, so that goes to a 4+, so that misses. That's 3 hits. Hiya! And 2 damage apiece. Body, hand, head. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. This is an inauspicious start. The target suffers bash. He is knocked down. September. We'll use the Vespertine bow and gain slow and deadly. That's a 2+, which is a hit, and we get first strike and parry. Oh, if you hit with a guitar, you're knocked down and end your attack. That's a critical wound. Gain 3 insanity. 1, 2, 3. Dauntless repel. 1. So we don't do that. And that's her done. So done and done. Then we will do top. He's got an axe specialization. So he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into the rear. He can't because he's, oh no, he's good. He's not moved too. Swinging with the Blood Drinker. A 5 and a 7 is 2 hits. And he gets We don't have any noisy gear. Oh, that's, again, the pipper and all that sort of stuff becomes more interesting with this. So with this axe on top, we can reroll failed wound attempts thanks to axe specialization. We did not gain a critical, so we're critting on a 9 and we need to roll a 9 to crit. So we'll do that one. That's a 2, he's strength 2 and the axe is 8, so that is a wound. And we could re-roll it. Is it failed wound attempt on axe specialist? Yeah. So that wound is done. And this reaction triggers. So turn the Lion Knight to face the attacker and move 3 spaces forward. Turn to face. 1, 2, 3. So does our Vespertine bow spend a survival to dash? I think so. Move to there. 2, 3. Collision, he's knocked down. Colette is the villain. No, she's not the villain. Let's move 1, 2, 3. And that's it. That's our turn. 2 wounds. He draws an AI card. Full move towards the villain. Dear oh dear. So we could... No target is catwalk. Oh, on the catwalk, yeah. Just trying to think, do I swap cards with... Yeah, I'm actually gonna spend a survival to swap cards. Or with, sorry. She's gonna move to here, and then she's gonna swap villain and ruler roles, because whatever I want is I can't have him dying. So full move towards the villain. So that's there. And then this goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Move and attack the villain. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hitting on a 2+. Well, it has no evasion. 2 1s. Beautiful. We could do that because she was not getting survival. She was not the one spending survival, so we're fine. So 2 hits, and that hits on the boot and the body, and they're 2 damage each. And so that is the end of the heroic feat. Everyone stands up. 1, 2. Our Qatar specialist will spend a survival to dash. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. And swing with the beast knuckle. Just need to get this wound. Come on, champion. Hits on a perfect hit. You got anything for perfect hits? Jonas? No? Oh, he can ignore the first wound. Ah. Death blow. Uh-oh. That is a wound. We have achieved our weapon proficiency point. Jonas is done and he is dashed. Toppy will move into the rear, swing with the Blood Drinker axe. Misses twice. Didn't roll Lantern 10. Immortal doesn't matter. We will dash with the damsel to get in range with the Vespertine bow. 4, no, 3 speed. 1 hit, good. The Lion's Heart. So we're critting on an 8 here. Oh, the attacker is the damsel. Oh no, the Lover's Heart. We are the damsel. Alright, well we can still crit on an 8, so 4. We'll use a Guardian reroll here. See if we can get an 8. That's a 1, so we failed to wound. We'll take that instead. Actually, was that other one a wound? I may not use a Guardian reroll if that one, 4, 2, no wound, so we're not going to use Guardian reroll. Done. That is the end of our turn. What an awful turn of events. AI, left swipe, the closest threat in facing and in range. I was supposed to do at the end of each monster turn perform basic action. Yes, remember that, Deno. 4 speed, 2+. 4 hits. 2 damage apiece. This is on the villain. This is a really bad start. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. She cannot spend survival, so she has 2 severe injury rolls. The first one is a 3 on the body, which is gain 2 bleeding tokens. And the next one is a 9 on the body, which is -1 movement token and a bleeding token, gain a collapsed lung. Bash and knockback 7 to the monster's right. Okay. We're in trouble here. We are in real trouble. She can't spend survival. Basic action, he moves and targets the villain. So if we lose this showdown, there is no downside to that, but we won't get our hunt XP. He's going to swing on her again. She can't spend survival. 3 hits. We need to see the head and the hands. Not once. So to wound the body, that's a 6. So we do have a Acanthus up our sleeve here. So a 6 is disemboweled. Probably archive that one. So next one is a 2. That's a lifetime reroll on the waist, and we get a 5. It's a warped pelvis, and the last one is a 2, so we have to try and use a thingy. We die. Okay, we lose that showdown. That was less fun than it looked. The good news is we got rid of the Twilight Sword, and we also got rid of the Colette's. Dead, confirm. So, she had bandages too. Not being able to spend a survival is really bad on the villain. If you die, the showdown is over. The villains are defeated. We did 2 wounds. Good. So we go on to an intermission. Complete showdown. We were not victorious. We returned from showdown. We gain no hunt XP. We gain nothing, but we do gain a basic resource when the chick died. Now we have a warm virus to the timeline next year. We have the guest, question marks, thanks to Cannibalize. All right, well, I actually don't hate losing the Twilight Sword. It's a piece of annoyance. A warm virus is a pretty silly thing to have happen. Basically, that person can never die. A warm virus, and then you just get to have another one. You just get to repeat the guest. Alrighty. Okay, that showdown was very much irrelevant. There was no there's no damage to our gear. So I'm just trying to remember the scout rules. Obviously, when everyone dies, there's like no downside to that. We got to play a little bit more carefully around that villain card, I think. Oh well. No negative outcomes, so that's fine. Level 2 Gorm, I think. Level 2 Gorm, he says. Kalen. Jonas. Top. You're staying safe. Seb and September. Kalen. 1. Oh, she's quite a few away. Okay, so the reason I want to hunt a Gorm, we really need to innovate the Gorm, the next Gorm thing. So, we're going to hunt a level 2 Gorm. Bit of a risk, but feel like we're a decent chance here. Kalen, your loadout is just a little bit different to that. Okay, so we got no flower, lucky charm bandages plus the rib blade, yes. So you still have a luck, you have an evasion token, yes. Skull helm, flower knight badge, dried acanthus, yes. We don't have a shield for you though. So instead, we do have a knuckle shield, which we can use. So let's knuckle shield it up and a dried acanthus, I guess. Or do we use the monster tooth? Shouldn't need the monster tooth, we're high enough strength. Another dried acanthus. Okay. So that's 1 luck, 1 evasion, 2 survival, 1 insanity. We don't gain those arrival bonuses for you. Good, all right. Well, we go back to something I'm a little more familiar with now. That's over here. The Approaching Gorm, it should be called. We are going to use this fetid grotto very soon. Whee! But we shall hunt the Gorm. Okay, it's a level 2. Oh, hang on, we need to look at courage. Courage. Okay, September's courage is okay, I think, so we can afford to do that. Let's go. I need to grab all of our Gormy events, all of our Gormy cards and stuff. King. Antelope. There he is, the big fella, the big Gormy. He's such a stupid head. Gorm resources, hit locations, Gorm things. Okay. Done. And we'll worry about that later. Okay. So we are going to take the Sonorous Rest lantern out on our wonderful Scout. And I don't think we need a sickle at this point. We probably need to start getting iron actually. Okay, let's move on. So we get, the first one is Horizon of Bones. If any survivor has 5+ Hunt XP and 3 Courage, Topulus does. Manage departing survivors. All survivors gain +1 Courage. And Jonas achieves Bold. Jonas rolls a 1. 1 on his bold roll is probably a +1 speed token for the upcoming showdown, I feel. And I feel that's not a great outcome. Hunt phase, +1 speed token for the next showdown. Glorious, Jonas, you doofus. We don't need these stupid cards for a while. We better come up with a better strategy than that to be able to beat that guy. Because if we can't beat him, we're in trouble. That's it. That's that one done. Topulus is the next event revealer. We go to here. Head splitting pain. Move the Gorm 1 space closer. Perfect. Otherwise, each survivor rolls on the table. Top, 6. Gain a random disorder. Post-traumatic stress. Jonas rolls a 9. He reduces his insanity to 0. Kalen is a 2. Suffer a random brain trauma. This is amazing. When you suffer a brain trauma, gain a strength token. Nice. And we then roll on the brain trauma roll. And we roll a 3, which I think is lose 2 levels of weapon proficiency. I don't think she has a torment. 3, memory loss, lose 2 levels of weapon proficiency. I really hate that. I really hate that. Stupid. September rolls a 7, which is gain a random disorder. Prima Donna, stupid. Seb, a 9, sets his insanity to 0. Very good. A regular hunt event, it's a dead warrior. We'll roll a random hunt event. We don't want anyone to gain Blackguard style. 44. Bushel's herb gathering now. 44 is Opportunists. If we follow the larger tracks, start the showdown immediately. If we follow the smaller tracks, the monster suffers 5 wounds. We gain half the basic resources and half the monster resources from the aftermath. No, we really need the resources, so we'll continue to follow the path as it is. This one is a Scout Hunt event. Nice. These have generally been pretty positive, I think. The Ark Survivor ones are not, but the Scout events have been pretty good. So we roll a 9. Exhaustion, he says. If the scout has 2+ strength, they rush ahead. Skip the next hunt space on the board. We ambush the monster. It's good times. Good times for the scout. We are ambushing the Gorm. Great turn of events. Great turn of events. All right. Well, I believe we have to set up 2 random terrain cards. And we have a tall grass as well. Okay, so did I just do that whole hunt phase not in the show? I probably did. All right, the first random terrain card we get is a blood pool, and the second random terrain card we get is a beheaded corpse. Are we allowed to have the beheaded corpses? I think so. I'm not going to set either of those up because I don't think they will help us at all. I'll be back shortly. Okay, we are good to go. So we just need to build the AI deck. So we have A, B, 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 must. We have that in play. Ancient Blight, Ancient Indigestion. Gormyard. No, we have Gorm's Den. That's that one. We don't have a Legendary. We don't have Ancient Tusks. B, 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 A, B, B, A, B, B. So he is toughness 11, and he has a +1 speed and damage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. We do not have a bonus surge. We do not have surge, so Gorm's Den is irrelevant, but all survivors with 3 or less hunt XP suffer -2 accuracy and gain +2 strength. So September, -2 accuracy, +2 strength. She's the only one. At the end of each monster turn, he performs Retch, so dashing is a great approach here. Everyone's set up on the board. And I think we're all done. So remembering we ambushed that guy. So let's just review here. We still don't have Katars, so we can't do anything with that. Lantern 10s, he hasn't rolled any. Leprosy is good. Kaylin, losing the 2 levels of weapon proficiency. She's fine on Insanity. September, Prima Donna has to go first. Okay. So Seb gains 2 survival tokens. And he will at some point spend those. And we'll do this actually, we'll do that. Okay, so we get to ambush the monster. So we're going to go first. This guy's going to go 1, 2, 3, and then dash 1, 2. He's not going to do anything like that because he doesn't go first. She goes first. She's going to shoot the bow. Vespertine bow. Now she is, what weapon proficiency? Bow. Yep, so she's shooting the Vespertine bow. It's a 6+ to hit, but she goes to 7+ because of that situation. A perfect hit. She got nothing for a perfect hit, and she flips. This, we're not attacking from the flank. So we're critting on 8s, because it's a deadly wound, deadly weapon. And we're strength 4 plus the Vespertine bow is 1 is 5. So we're 6 to wound, 8 to crit. It's a 7, so it's a wound, but it's not a crit. No surge available to us. We will not dash anywhere. The next person to go will be our scout. They will dash. They'll spend one of their survival tokens to go back up to 7. They'll swing with the Grimjaw. And that is a perfect hit. And that is all we get. So on a failure, we perform Retch. We're okay with a failure and Retch, but I don't think we're going to fail here, he says confidently. 6, so we need a 5 to wound or a 10 to crit. It's a 5 to wound, so we did not fail. Another wound. Our Qatar specialist, or Qatar dude, I should say, walks into the rear. Now he has a speed token, and his name is Jonas. Okay, so he can cancel hit reactions on his first reaction that he chooses from Qatar specialist. So that's 3 hits, including a perfect hit. Don't fucking trap me, you dog. Oh, okay. So we're going to use this one first, and we get to cancel the Retch because of the Qatar specialisation. And when you wound with this weapon, the monster gains +1 toughness till the end of the attack. So he is looking for a 2+ to wound with the Beast Knuckle, so that's good. So that's a wound. September got a wound with her bow, and Seb got a wound with the dagger. Okay, so that's a wound. We then also get to do this one on a 2+ because he's -1 toughness. That's another wound. And then this one we do on a 2+, and that's another wound. 5 wounds in the first turn so far. Top, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Swinging with the axe, the Blood Drinker. Top does not have a accuracy buff, so that is 2 misses. That's a real shame, buddy. And finally, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Kaylin. So she is swinging with the rib blade. Hits on an 8. A fail will result in a Retch, but I don't think she fails here. In fact, she crits. And we gain a Stout Kidney resource. And there it is. And she gains her weapon proficiency point that she just lost 2 of. That's the end of our turn. Everyone's gone. So good work all. Let's just double check we didn't miss any knowledges. Didn't roll a 10, can't do Dreamless Sleep. Doesn't have a bleeding token, so she's not guardless. She remembered to do that, and he has spent a survival token. Great. So it's now the monster's turn. So he draws his first AI card, and he draws Posturing Piss. Fantastic. 1 less wound. When he comes into play, Scratch, the closest threat in facing. It is Kaylin. It is speed 2. And we hit on a 2+. She is evasion 3. So this 2+ will go to a 5+. So that is a 2 and a 10. And do we, at this point, Dodge. We do. Spend a survival to dodge. So that's the end of the monster's turn. He now does retch. So we need to dash with 2 people. We probably get our Qatar guy out of the way now. So Kayla needs to dash. Seb doesn't. Topulus will dash. And Jonas will dash. Great. So his dash will go 1, 2, 3, 4 to there. He's going to go 1, 2. Top will go 1, 2, 3, 4. So we'll go there, there, and there, and she will go 1, 2, 3 to there. That's it. That's all of our survivors. And that's the wretch. Nobody is in danger, so we have dashed already with Jonas, Top, and Kaylin. Close. Scout, 1, 2, 3, hide in the stone face. We'll actually dash and get out of there even further, just in case. And he'll spend his survival token to go to there. Okay. We'll do the Vespertine bow, 3 hitting on 7s. 6, 6, 2, nothing at all. She's going to stay there. We'll do Topulus with the axe. Yeah. Rolls a single hit on an 8. He'll suffer a basic action on a failure, but given that he can re-roll a failed wound attempt, he's fine. And he has gained his axe proficiency. And then he'll move. 1, 2, 3, 4. Our Qatar guy. Swinging with the Qatars. 2 hits because he's got an accuracy. 1, 2. Super dense, +2 strength for wounding that location. We'll take that one. It's not thingy, so that's a wound. -1 toughness on this one. That's a wound. And he'll move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to there. Kaylin, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She has already dashed, so that's okay. She'll swing. She hits with the rib blade. That's a failure, but we will use a Guardian reroll. So who have we got with Guardian? Top? Are you Guardian? Yeah, so Top will gain a systemic pressure and do a Guardian reroll. And we get into a crit. -1 accuracy token. Boom. And that's it. Monster's turn. He draws. Aggravated bite. The closest threat in facing is actually our September. So she'll spend a survival to dash. The Gorm is what speed at this point? Speed 9. So he's 1, 2, 3, 4. So he can still get into range for her. So she won't dash yet. He'll go to here. So this is 3 speed, hitting on a 2+. However, she's 4 evasions. That goes to 6+. In the grass, 8+. 9+, -1 accuracy. So 1 hit, we'll spend a survival to dodge. And then the dash we will do before the retch happens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Kaylin is also going to dash. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to here. Aggravated bite done. Retch 1, 2 to there. Kaylin will swing. Misses on a 4. She'll move back into the grass. Vespertine Bow is supposed to go first. 2 hits. Wound and a failure. So this won't matter because we had Kaylin positioned in a spot where she wouldn't get vomited on. So we're critting on an 8. So that's a 4. And 5 is 9, which is not a wound. I really want to get this guy done. So we use a Guardian reroll. That's a 1, so that's a failure. So nothing happens on that one. This one here, that's a 5. That's also not a wound. So we'll use our next Guardian reroll. Failure. Turn the Gorn to face the opposite board edge and move directly away in a straight line. So goes to there. She's knocked down. The Vespertine Bow has come up very short there. Guitar guy, 1, 2, 3. Punch twice, 3 times with the guitar. 1 hit. It is from the flank. We are wounding on a 2. That's enough for a wound. That's it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. Axe guy in the side there. 1 hit. Come on. Man, I wish I had a surge. Could have ended this fight months ago. That's a wound. Two wounds to do. The target is closest thread in facing, the closest thread in field of view. We'll make that topulus. So he's going to turn like this. He's going to swing 1, 2, 3. One, 5, and 8. So the 5 is a hit. The 8 is also a hit. We'll spend a survival to dodge one of these 2. We will dodge the body. So 1, 2, 3, boom, boom. He's knocked down because it's 2 damage. So that's done. We'll now spend a survival on Jonas to stand up topless with a fist bump, and then they will both dash before the wretch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. It's our turn. Jonas, come on, buddy. You can do it. 1 hit. Oh, come on. The swinging jowls. We wound. And Kaylin moves in for hopefully what is our last wound. And hits. Don't be the trap. Oh, yes. So Kaylin's winning on a 2+, but critting on an 8. Come on, Kaylin. Oh, Guardian reroll. We've got 1 left. It's a crit and a random Gorm resource. Easy. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. No one dead. Stout hide's awesome. Okay. Ambushing the monster was good. Who knew? 7 Gorm resources. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's a great collection there. And 4 basic. No one died. So it's just 4 basic, but then we have 11 body count. So we're going to roll 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we shall complete the showdown. We shall gain 1 hunt XP. We shall advance the year. The showdown was victorious. And that is all. So So, on this timeline year, we have a Nemesis encounter, and that is with Atlas, with Santa Claus. That's done. I've got to really slow down on these settlement phases. There's so much happening. So, because I've definitely forgot to add Gorm Climate to the timeline last year, and I've definitely forgotten to add it this year. So, Gorm Climate, there it is. Okay, so we will flip ourselves out a settlement event. Where's Gorm Climate first of all? I think technically Gorm Climate is actually something that you can draw twice, but alright. Dark Seamstress and Death. Departing survivors gain Quixotic. Two permanent luck. We'll take Dark Seamstress, obviously. But Death is actually not too bad. Let's do our Gorm Climate reroll. Someone will have a lifetime reroll up their sleeve, which they'll use. On a 7, everyone's fine. I think we have a Nuffy survivor just for that purpose. Good old Robin. No relation to Batman. Gorm Climate, Death, Dark Seamstress, done. No issues from those to speak of. We have the story event, A Warm Virus. And we get to decide if we want to do anything with A Warm Virus. I think we have to. Okay, nominate a survivor to consume to be the host. Who do we want to gain the flower? It's not going to be a forever because we're about to turn it into a thingy. Do we want Deno maybe? Do you want that flower, buddy? Not really much use to you, mate, is it? No. We'll just give it to someone who we don't care about, I think. So Bobette, she's traumatised. And she's got the flower, so we'll roll a d6, we roll a 10. So departing survivors gain +1 courage and a strength token, and then we welcome the guest. The host uses all fighting arts, disorders, abilities, and impairments, and they gain all of the guests, blah, blah, blah. They do not gain the guest's abilities or impairments. Bobette, it's been a pleasure. You are now the guest. The flower's not going out again. We're just going to use it to make the thingy. Self-invited guest. This one is Atlas's story on the same year that Atlas arrives. So we need to nominate a survivor. I think we'll nominate Aurea Class. No one else has got a lifetime reroll. Yep, Aurea Class will go Pacifist. You can't do anything, champion. And he rolls a Lantern 10. You escort yourself into the darkness dead. It's been a pleasure, mate. Thanks for your service. You did some good stuff in that time. That gets us another basic resource. Oh, how many perfect hides does one civilization need? That's what I want to know. Okay, so we're just going to whip this out and have a real solid think right now. So we've got set up, survivors return, gain endeavours, update the timeline, trigger story events, update death count, check milestones, develop. Okay, so the forum during the settlement phase setup, we're supposed to do that first. So let us deal out our knowledge cards that we can purchase this year before we do anything else. Now we are still only drawing 3 of these. We draw Death Poet, average, Meat Shield, even more average, Light Warrior. Okay, we'll keep those in play for the moment. We have a survivor that will gain a philosophy. Who was that? What survivor was that? September, the prima donna. I can tell you right now that she's going to very randomly just draw gourmandism. Let's shuffle it and find out. I want to have a gourmandist and see what happens. Boom! That's fortunate. Gourmandist. This is my first gourmandist. Okay, September gets a health thing, which is cool. And we go here, gain a Lumi, roll on this table. She rolls an 8. Archive a resource and gain +1 accuracy. That's cool. Plenty of fresh acanthus in the storage. Have one of those, champion. Gain an accuracy. Wow, she's very accurate now. September. Okay, health is the tenant knowledge. No one else leveled up their knowledges, to my knowledge. So let's go and have a look here. We have 6 endeavours. Bonesmith, butchery, drafting table, face painting. All right, so we're going to endeavour. And that is going to shape what we do right now with everything else. That perished, so that's fine. Let's do our endeavour. We've got a monster bone, monster organ, monster hide. So I'm just going to trash those right now from our basic resource stash, so we don't even have to put them in. Okay, this is a huge moment, friends. Absolutely huge. If we don't get something that is relevant and useful at this point, I'm going to cry. I'm actually going to cry. Memento Mori. Who needs Memento Mori? Thank fuck, Symposium. Oh, thank fuck for that. All right, Symposium. So our Symposium consequences are nightmare training. Great. Storytelling. And that's all. Thank goodness we have Symposium. Oh, finally draw 4. Okay, so let's add our resources that we gained from that showdown, which are here. So a perfect hide. 4 of them. A love juice, a question marks, and a monster hide. And then, oh, you know what I completely forgot in that entire showdown is to have to do the fetid grotto. I'm going to roll that now because I actually don't think we had much of a concern. I think we took very little damage, so let's go. Let's do a fetid grotto. And then we'll do an exit. Jonas. Jonas approaches the cave and he rolls an 8. Then he rolls another dice and he gets a 3, which gets him a monster bone basic resource. All right, so he's fine. Nothing happens with him. 1. The next person down on the list is Top. He rolls a 7. Add your current waste armor points to your head. Gain 2 insanity and 2 survival. He took no waste damage. He took no head damage, so he's fine. Kaylin, she rolls a 9, and then she rolls a 5, which is gain a monster bone. Boom. So she is fine. Seb rolls a 5, so Seb took no damage on the waist, and he gains 2 insanity and 2 survival. And so the last person, so this is going well so far, I feel like there's absolutely no impact to the showdown, is September. I shouldn't have said that. She rolls a 9, roll a 2+. Yeah, she gets a monster bone as well. All right, well, the showdown doesn't change at this point, monster bone. Okay, so that went well. Let's do a blind exit. September, she rolls a 6. If you have 3 courage, no, you may slay the infant. Otherwise, gain an understanding and the honourable disorder. It's okay, she is definitely not going to be going on its blind spot. The knockdown one sucks. The next person is Seb. Seb rolls a 4. Do you have 3 courage? No, he does not. He gains an understanding, and that is a tinker, and he's going to roll on the insight chart, and we're also going to get another pattern. So the insight roll is a 5. Man, I gotta remember this shit. I even said I would slow down. Oh, that was in this phase. Insight settlement phase. Gain an endeavour. This lantern year. And we will take ourselves a pattern card, and we will take plasma cutter. Don't know why I include that one. I'm never going to make it. It's a dumb idea. The next person is Toppy, I think. No, Kaylin. Kaylin rolls a lantern 10. You may spend 3 survival to gain the legendary lungs. We absolutely will spend 3 survival to gain legendary lungs. Secret fighting art. Gain a torment. Legendary lungs. Secret fighting art. That becomes hella relevant when you are wielding a rib blade. Amazing. 2 to go. Toppy. Toppy gets a 6. He does have 3 courage, so he's going to kill the little baby. We're going to gain ourselves another one, which is a mammoth hand. And he gains megalophobia. And last of all, come on, Jonas. His name is Jonas. A 3. Suffers -1 permanent strength. And gain a random basic resource. Okay. Feel good about that. That did not have any impact on anything that would have occurred. and it's just loaded up our resources even more. I think we're still one hide away from a full Gorm set if I was to go that path. 3 monster bones. Good. Alright, Gorm. Mammoth hand. Stout kidney. Jiggling lard. Meaty rib. Mammoth hand. Dense bone. Gorm brain, that's what we wanted. Stout hide, stout hide, stout kidney. Stout hide, stout hide, stout kidney. Okay, let's now look at, so we've got 6 endeavours still to spend, and one of them that we're going to do is this Nigredo, which is, no, we need to go to the Gorm Chemist. That's what we want, a special innovate. We spend a strange resource and a Gorm brain. So the strange resource will be a lovely fresh acanthus, and the Gorm brain allows us to add albedo, Nigredo consequence, boom, and then we now add the albedo consequence to the deck. And that is Citrinitas, which is there. Oh, it's all starting to come together. Gorm Chemist. All right, so we'll definitely try and get that Wisdom Potion now. Nigredo and albedo. Trinitas is in there. So to get a life elixir is just, we need to roll high. Great, so let's go and have a look at, got so many organs, it's just going out of fashion. Let's see if it's worth building us a Gorm set. Let's have a look. Suit, sleeve, boots. What do we need for the helmet? And why can't I make it? The mask needs a handed skull. Sleeves, suit, and boots. I can add three hide for the kidney, for the suit. The suit's pretty good though. How many stout hide have I got? 4. So we're doing Atlas this year. What do you need? Stout hide. What do you need? Stomach lining. The Gorman suit we can make no problems. And the Gorman sleeves we could also make, or the Gorman boots. I'm gonna make another. How many rib blades can I make? Do I have multiple meaty ribs? So I've got this plan of giving my Qatar guy two, the Verminists, 2 of the 2 rib blades, because they're not double-handed. So he can just run around going, bah, paired rib blades. Seems good. Let's think about who's going to face Atlas. We don't have a sword specialist at all, but we can pedal spiral actually. Let's just look at pedal spiral. Yeah, 6+. Okay, so we'll do that. Okay, we're going to spend... Alrighty, we're going to archive 2 Gorm or organs, 2 stout kidneys, and try and roll a 13 or more. We roll a 15, and so we gain the wisdom potion alongside, at long last, only 10 years later than I made it, which is great, alongside the healing potion. So the wisdom potion gives us insight, which is great. We're going to send some, we're going to send Swinson, Layla, let's send Ruby in. And we're definitely not sending in Fen. August, Harvey. Actually, let's get Michiko in there. Michiko, great. So one of those people, we will try and get a sword specialization. Michiko. August. No, we'll go Michiko because she doesn't have a rank in thingy. So she will attempt to gain a sword specialization. Using the pedal spiral innovation, she rolls a lantern 10, and so she gains a sword proficiency level. Bang. That was an endeavour. Trace pedals. Albedo, we don't want to do an elixir of that. So we will use 2 endeavours for this albedo and see if we can roll a 3 to 9. Come on, Dano. That's a 7. So we need to spend 4 organs and we gain another Gorm brain. So organ, organ, organ. Milky eye, stout kidney, blood diamond tear, organ. That gains us a Gorm brain, and we'll then spend another special innovate to gain a Gorm. The next Gorm innovation, fresh acanthus and a Gorm brain. It's happening. We gain Citrinitas. Which is that one. And we add the Citrinitas, which is the last one in the chain, which is a Rubido. And that goes in here. This is starting to cook with some gas. We have 2 endeavours left to spend. Maybe we only have 1. We'll bloodlet on Deno and see if we can clear off that bad thing. 5 is not enough, but it is 3 insanity for Deno. What you need is more insanity, buddy. Let's load up our Green Armour Set and see what we can get, if anything. Alright, so we have an innovation requirement of Koirea, so we can't get that one. Innovation requirement Citrinitas and the Lion Knight's left claw, so we can't get that yet. Hunter's Heart, Iron, Jiggling Lard, Scrap Smelting and Albedo. So we have the Iron, we have the Lard, we need the Hunter's Heart, which is level 2 Manhunter. Ooh, that one's tricky. Old Master on the Settlement's Quarry list, I'm going to have to go read that. Iron, Flower Knight Badge, Calcified Greaves, 3-Bone Forbidden Dance, no. Rubido, Survive with True Blade, Gormite, Stomach Lion and Calcified Juggernaut Blade and an Iron. Next to impossible. However, one hunt against a Dung Beetle Knight should get us the blacksmith, should get us the shield that we need, which is Fetosaurus. And if we're lucky, we may even... you know what I realised? I'm doing this completely wrong. I'm only rolling 2 dice when I have 3, so I could roll 4 dice right now to try and make a life elixir if I wanted to. I'm not going to, but this is what I would roll. Yeah, but I can roll 4 dice. We want to get some survivors that are rubbish out there. We definitely... I feel like Jonas is on Qatar 5. Am I wrong? No, he's on Qatar 3 because he gets specialisation in that. Okay, let's sort out who is our... Yeah, so you're moving up in the world. How far away are you from the next Lanternism roll, Deno? 3. So you're a decent way off, but we should try and level that up. Fen, you are staying safe, buddy. You're not going anywhere. You got Fencing, you got Ghostly Beauty, you got Narcissistic. We just need to defeat a level 3 Green Knight with you there. And we need to get that Juggernaut Blade. Okay, I'm gonna leave it there. I don't think we're gonna make the Gorm set. I don't think I need to. It's not a bad set, but if I've got Green Armour plus Death King Armour, and then probably I've got this Screaming set and maybe a Phoenix set. Am I going to have time to make the Phoenix set? Do I go for the Gorm Armour? No, I'm obviously going to make the Rolling Armour. So, yeah, I don't need the Gormant set. So, I'll keep all the hide in the bank. I don't think we need to hunt the Gorm again at this point in time. So, I think we're just going to trundle onwards as much as we can to try and take down the Dung Beetle Knight. It's time to get a bit smelly and mix it up with the Dung Beetle Knight. I mean, I probably at this point don't need to. I need to get our Qatar specialist up. That's the thing. If we get Qatar specialization, we are absolutely locked. We've got all of the things that we need, and then the rest is just a matter of time. So I think we can get there. I don't feel any need to rush anything else. but that Qatar specialist is crucial. So I think we'll just fight a level 1 dung beetle knight next year. Got another special showdown against the Manhunter, so I'll probably play him in that. Which is going to... Oh, I've also got to get the Screaming Antelope Cuisine Collective Cognition. Oh, this is a new one. I'm excited about this. Screaming Antelope. Attained a Herb Grinder. Screaming Antelope Knowledge card. And add this Monster Knowledge to the thing. Herb Grinder. This has some really exciting ramifications. Add it to the thing with 1 Lumi. So we choose a survivor to gain Herb Grinder. Be one of our departing survivors. August. Herb Grinder. And then someone can buy it. Ruby. Sure, you can buy it for a Lumi. You get it for free and you get a Lumi with it. Ah, Ruby's still got the undeathable version. That's interesting. She hasn't leveled up yet, so that's good. We might keep her in this fight. This is such an awful disorder for her to have, by the way. Awful disorder. All right, champions, we're going to call it there. I've got all sorts of things to think about now. We're in an amazing position to make this Green Armour set after 10 years. We've got all the pieces of the puzzle. What it comes down to now is winning our showdowns, executing our fights. Our gear is starting to probably feel just a touch unders, at least. Yeah, what I had in that, the Beast Knuckle was great. Blood Drinker was great, but it hits on a 6. So I think as we cycle some new survivors in with higher accuracy buffs, starting accuracy, we're in a little bit better shape. All right. That's going to be all for this Lantern Year, friends. I'll catch you next time. Big dinner.